For quite some time, I have been separating my coins by MSBU, AU, and I've been running across the issue of I'm calling these MS coins, but then I find coins like this. I find pennies in this condition that are like they still might be BU, but these are like grade ready, and it's a different level. I don't want to put these in with these. And and there are some here that I could see by looking at the side that are ultra shiny on the edges. Not that that necessarily puts it to a gradable condition type of coin, but I don't like mixing them, and I want to change that. And I'm going to change it now. We're going to do it. I'm going to do it live, and we are going to. We're going to make the MS now is going to be these gradable, these ultra clean pennies. So let's just get them out and let's get this over with. Let's put these now. Let's start putting these in here. Now we just started our first MS roll, and we'll put that cap next to that. Here's our first BU roll tube. All right, now let's start it. Let's get this a little closer to me. I know it's on the corner of the camera, but that's how it has to be for now. Okay. That's yeah. Some of these are just beyond, and that's what I'll do. I'm gonna look at them off camera, and then I'm gonna make that quick decision. And what I'll do is for the beyond ones, right? Talking about ones that I think I can get graded. Like, see, no, I don't want that. Now, believe it or not, you can still get it graded with a little bit of dirt, and they'll give it a high grade because unless they say environmental or something like that. See, these are nice. These are really nice, but they're just not on this level. That's all. I don't want them mixed up. That's all. I just don't want them mixed up anymore. And I got a little tired of it. I'll go like this. Okay, that's what I'll do. Let's go a little closer. BUMS. Okay. So you can see them. I don't have to take another. You can see which ones I'm putting where. Okay, I'll go a little. Okay. I mean, the ones on the BU roll, they're nice, man. They're sweet. I just don't want that one in 1,000 penny. I don't want to be in there. And most of them, most of these are going right back to where I thought they were going to be. Okay. All right, next. We'll do. Wow, and I could see off the bat. Look at these. Just a whole totally different experience, man. When I find them like this, maybe not that one. And again, I'm going to ultra scrutinize these. What's that? Yeah, yeah. In the one on the left, we're talking about near perfect looking pennies. And there's not going to be many in there. There's just not going to be many. These are the ones that I will take out and sell for $1 or $2 a piece. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. Where if someone gets one of these pennies in the mail that they paid $2 for plus shipping it, that they're gonna be like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Not like this one, for example. You know, I don't think anybody wants to see that dirt. Now, can I go back into these and do conservation? Yeah, okay, that's a different story. But I'm talking about how I got them right out of the roll. That's all. We're about to fill up a tube already. And again, all the ones on the left are BU condition. This is exactly what I would expect. 68. See, the camera's moving ever so slightly, right? It keeps on moving. It's either that or the rolls are moving. When I look at the coin, I have to say, would I be willing to send this in to get graded? Look at the collar error on it too. And the answer is yes. It goes on the right. That's it. That is the question. This one here is a little bit more orange, but that surface is tremendous, almost like new. And that's what I'm looking for. And I will put that there. See, this one has all these little marks on it. See all the little scratches? Hard to see. All right, so we're basically at the top. All right, we fill the BU. Very good. Okay, BU filled. What are the other ones? Let's just change the top to BU. I just changed the top to BU. And all right, we have an empty. All right, let's keep going because the other one is you can't see if the pennies are right here. Man, that is nice. A little too dark though. I'll try to keep it on going face down so you can see the face. Make a really close face look on it. And you can see how I'm making my judgment. You know, there shouldn't be too many coins here. I mean, you're talking about coins that I'm finding, right? That we're finding in penny rolls. There should not be too many that I'm ready to send to get graded. Like, that's a lot. Okay. But the point is, there are some that I'm like, okay. And then, you know what? And I might just do that. I might just send these to get graded. And I don't want to have to go through this. First of all, as the years go on, I'm going to have more and more of these tubes. And it's just going to take me longer and longer and longer. See, it has scratches on it. It's very nice looking. I don't think I would send that to get graded. It's got the scratches. That's going to drop it right down to a 62, 61. And it's not worth the grading. You know, it has to be something. Oh, and it's not worth the $2 or $3. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Anyway, that's my thought process. All right. I mean, some of them I could just look at right from the jump, and I know I'm not going to do it. They're nice looking, but they're not what I want to keep here. So I know this is taking a while. Anyway, this is extra content for my channel. This is not one of the episodes. And I just want to share with my audience, share with my members, some of the things that I do with my coins. And again, I have the eBay channel still. LookWhatJesFound. I'll probably have to. Looks like it has polishing marks and a die clash on it. I don't know how I missed that. Maybe it's just too. I thought it was too weak. Oh, it's a die crack. I don't know. I'm not going to hold on to that. The question is it? It's nice. Of course, you can take it to the extra step, and you can weigh all the coins also, especially like this tube here. Maybe I'll weigh them all one day. You know, if there's an overweight or underweight planchet, then, oh wow, look at this 68. It's just a beauty, you know. For that one reason, I think I'll put it in here because it's a 68. Yeah, any dirt or any marks at all, I'm not going to put in there. Here's a 65. Look how golden this is. Look at the misaligned die. Has a little mark in the back. Nice. I should make this into an episode, really. The only problem is I'd probably have to go into these, and those would become my these will be the short videos. I know I have way over 10 in here, so that's probably what I would do. Yeah, I'm putting kind of a lot of time into this. And I'll tell you what, I'm willing to go straight through to finish the mission, but I will make it into an episode. It's just way too much time. I don't have this type of time to make an episode. I have other things I have to do and during my day. I'm sure you'll understand that. Now, does this even make the cut for BU? Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's just a little dark, but now the funny thing, I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm going to change all of these BUs. I'm going to change to AU plus. Something I got to figure that. I'm not going to do it now, obviously. But let me keep these together. That's all I need to do is get these mixed up. And I'm doing this by eye, like I'm looking at this by eye and I'm saying, okay, would I send this out to get graded? It's got too much scratches on it. It's nice looking. It's not exactly as bright as I would like. Look at the reverse. It could go either way. So I look at the edge. Edge is a little dark. Forget it. Like I'm really looking for the cream of the crop. And as soon as I see any type of flaw, I mean, if it's a 60, a 50, a 59, a 60, 60s one, maybe. If it's slightly, I might put it there just because of the year, just to separate them. I see the dots, but look at that surface. Yeah, and it's a 69 on top of it. There's another one. Probably came from the same place, the same tube. I don't like the little dark marks there on the edge. I don't like the way the rim looks either. It was close. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, basically everything I talk about on this channel is penny related. Let me look at that N under the loop. Oh, it just has a little dirt in there. All right, we'll stop this BU right here. We'll cap that. And then we have our next one. And we will put our next sticker on top of here. Okay, we put a BU. We'll take that off. We'll put our next empty tube there. We'll put the BU in front of it, and we'll keep going. Wow, yeah, see, some of these are just ridiculous. I could see just the first one right on top. Oh, I had more to do from the previous one. I forgot to do it. Has a lot of scratches on it, though. See that? It's close, man. That's a toss-up. I'll still put it into the BU roll. It's a toss-up. A lot of these are toss-ups. So, again, for those of you who are new to the channel, I do mostly pennies. And then I'll do extra content like this. Nice 61. I'll put this in there. Oh, boy. I don't know. No. Forget it. And I'll do extra content like this every once in a while. Something different than coin roll hunting. And I'll show how I organize my pennies. And this is So what'll happen is, when you start doing something a lot, almost like a partial collar, you're going to get more and more of something. Then you're going to be able to divide it into more and more, refine the categories. So that's basically what I'm doing here, is refining the categories. It's got that scratch there. I don't like it. And some dirt marks. But I know that I put some super evil looking, wicked looking pennies into the BU. Like, this is probably one of them. Has like a milk spot on it or something. Look at how deep that is. I'll put that in there. Wow. And that's what I want to say. I want to say, I want to say wow. If I say wow, it's probably going there. And fingerprints really don't affect it, the grade. Sorry to tell you guys out there, fingerprints don't. I've seen MS 66, 67. Now the only question you might have, if the fingerprint wasn't there, would it have gotten one grade higher? Like a 67, would it have got a 68? I don't know, man. The ones that I seen with the fingerprints that got 66s and 67s, that's what they look like. They didn't look like one grade higher. Like, I saw the grade, I was like, oh, that should be a 68. I didn't see that. You know what I mean? Yeah, this looks like might be one for the other. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. If I would have saw it, it looked like it was mint. Like, if it would look like it was a 67 and they gave it an AU8. First of all, if that was the case, let me tell you something. And I'm just realizing this now. For all you fingerprint conspiracy theorists out there. First of all, that's your choice, right? If you want to do that. Nice. That's a personal preference. But if fingerprints affected the grade, what do you think I'm going to say next? Follow my line of thinking. If fingerprints affected, you can see a little fingerprint there, affected the condition or the grade of a coin, what do you think we would be seeing from the grading companies? Just think about it. It's very simple. I mean, it's so simple. There would be an error, not an error, not a mint error, but there would be it would say fingerprint details. I've never seen I've never seen it or heard of a fingerprint detail. Oh, look at that. I wonder if that's zinc. That could be zinc showing through the coin. Yeah, that's zinc. That's a lamination error. I'll put this to the side. You see that? You see all those, the silver? That's zinc. Is it on the front too? It should be on the front somewhere. Yeah, it's there too. Look on the shoulder. Down here. That's a lamination error. And it's on a beautiful, beautiful coin. Now, will they give that an attribution of lamination zinc showing through? I don't know. Probably not strong enough for that. Wow. Yeah, you can go in there. Might not be strong enough for that. Yeah, dirty, too scratchy. Nice looking, but just not that nice. See? Now, if the fingerprint is dirty, right? So I've seen fingerprints that they're dirty. Yeah, of course. If you're going to dirty up a coin, I don't know if I'm not going to put this one there. I'm going to put that. So I'll even take out some that I had in my BU and I'll put it to the AU plus. Here goes another one, AU plus. I'm going to change that. Here goes another one, AU plus, AU. That doesn't even belong in the BU row. Yeah, it's just more of a personal preference. It's more of using gloves. It's more of a you don't want to get your fingers dirty. I get that. That's the one reason to use gloves, to be honest with you. Germs. That's the reason to use gloves. Germs. It's got the circle of death. Yeah, I don't even have. I'm getting. I'm getting good at it. I'm getting good at it. I'm moving quick. I wasn't able to do it through the camera before. I could do it through the camera now. So if you start at, if you go to the beginning of the video, I mean, I will take it off now. Like, remember, the question is, will I send this to get graded? It's close, man. It's close. Too bad. But if I'm not going, wow. See, that doesn't belong there. Does it even belong here? Yeah, it's nah. I don't like that. AU plus. Nice. Yep. Yeah, I want to say nice or wow. You know, if I say nice or wow, then you know, oh, die clash. Weak. It's weak. It's a weak die clash. Yeah, I see that. Wow, it is a 61 though, man. That's a wicked 61. It's got a little mark on it. Yeah, I'm putting that in here. Obviously not. What is that? Dirt? Blue? Yeah, it's a beauty. Just has that little bit of dirt on it. I'll put that there. See, that's well. See, I don't know if that's zinc. This the little circles. The zinc should look like like little streaks. It'll look much more organic. But once you start seeing little circles, and that back really messed it up with those little scratches. Nah, it's not. It could have went either way. That one could have went either way. And again, the question is, would I send this to get graded? I don't know. If I don't know, it goes into the left. It's got a fingerprints like that don't affect the grade. That's nice. They don't. That doesn't affect the grade. Will conservation get that out? I don't know. See, that's different. That's wear. I think. Huh. Man, that's nice though, man. It's that little thing on the bottom. Yeah, I'll put that over here. That was really nice. Now at the end, when we look at, yeah, that's nice too. There should be a slight difference. That's nice. Between this row and that row. We can look at it now. We have two more MS. One's a roll, one's a tube. I don't know why I put it in a row for. That concerns me. I wonder if I have any more rows in there. I did see the row that I put on the top, MS. So maybe I didn't have the tubes yet when I was doing it. There should be a slight difference between the one on the right and the left. I can't tell the difference. I really can't. Maybe a little cleaner on the right. Maybe. Next. Here goes another one. Let's put the B. There's my last BU sticker. Then I have to make some more. Okay. We have an extra sticker. We have an extra tube. Yeah, definitely. I don't even know if I put this into the B. Yeah, I guess so. I got to put that there. So again, super duper long video. It's the reason I am making this into an episode. It's just the time wise. It is a very long. Even this, I don't know. I think I'm gonna put that into the AU plus. No, 62. That's nice. That's not. This is what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Just like that. Like I said, a 60s. Yeah, this is nice too. Nah, too much scratches on it. What year is that? 64. I knew it was a 60 something. Man, that those 60s though, I'm gonna put to the right. Yeah, that's nice. So, in the comments below, let me know what you think about this process. Let me know what you think about how you think my eye is. You know, am I making? See, like to me, that just doesn't go here. You know, would you have put? I'm sure you're looking at this. And you're saying, "Oh, I would have put that here. Oh no, that should go there." I'm assuming, right? All right. So this row's done. That's our third BU. I'll show you at the end what we got up to. Now we're up to, here's our next BU, empty BU. Now we have not filled this one up. Just saying. I could just tell. And we also want to make sure we don't have any estimate marks. I don't keep estimate marks here either. See, some of these I could just look at. Is that 60? I knew it was a 60. The reverse is just not, doesn't match the front. I would have put that to the right. Nah, AU plus. Some of these I don't like this. I don't even have to look at the back. AU plus. Okay. As soon as I see it, even that one could have been AU plus. Yeah, that one's way too dirty. I don't know what that's doing in there. I took it out. I don't want that in there. I don't know why I put that there for. That was a mistake. How many other mistakes did I make? That's a 63. But I don't like the reverse. I'll keep it in the BU too. Now I should have done this a long time ago. You know, you get busy with life, and that's really all there is to it. You know, you get busy with life. And 62 Denver. Let's look at that reverse. Yeah, I'll put it in there because it's in early 60s. I want you AU plus. That could have went either way too into the AU plus. AU plus. So I don't know. You know, I never know like definitively what type of content people really like. You know what I mean? I've heard people say, "Oh, you talk too much." What am I supposed to do? I mean, obviously, you could just turn down the volume, right? If you don't like me talking that much. Um, I'm not even saying, "Oh, it's my channel. If you don't like it, no, don't leave. I want it." Those look like zinc spots. That's nice, but I'm not going to put it to the right. You know, I don't want anybody to leave the channel because I'm like, "Oh, this is my channel. I do what I want. If you don't like it, pound sand." Nah, nah. Maybe you'll learn to like my voice. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll learn to appreciate um, my idiosyncrasies. My innuendos. AU plus. My my process. Right? What are we looking at right now? We're looking at my process. We're looking at my neurosis. Right? My neurosi. All right. This one says MS like that. Um, so I'll probably end up throwing this wrapper out. I'm not going to screw around with the top. Or maybe I'll put a. Actually, that's not true. I could probably put. It's here on the side, just so you can see it. It's right there on the side. I could probably. I'm going to put a different sticker on the top, right? And then I'll mark whatever it is. Maybe this will become a BU roll. Yeah, this will probably become my next BU roll. Not BU. Sorry, I screwed up already. You see that? See how complicated I make things? This will be my AU plus roll. All right, we're changing it from BU to AU plus. So, and the same thing goes with over here where I'm putting those. Yeah, put AU plus on it. I'll throw a little piece of tape over it. I could already tell it looks like it wants to come off. A little piece of tape around. And not for nothing, like this is something I would like to do live, right? This would have been a cool live thing, right? Going for an hour live. I got to be honest with you. I really haven't figured out after 2 years. That's nice, and it has a die clash. It's a weak die clash, but it's nice. After 2 years of doing this, I still really haven't figured out the whole live thing. And I know people out there like it's so easy. It's so easy. I understand that it's not easy for me. That's a nice 64. I'll put it to the right. It's a really nice 64. Huh. Uh. Okay. I am not gonna. Am I gonna start another tube for shiny wheat cents? Man, that is a banging wheat cent, man. All right, let's do it. Don't screw around. See now if I don't create the new tube, right? And I'll put BU. I'm not gonna go crazy with MS. I'll put BU wheat cent. And that's our first coin. This is our first coin in that tube. We actually started a whole nother tube. Okay, we started another tube. Fine, I'm okay with that. I would have been thinking that would have bothered me. That would have bothered me if I wouldn't have did that. AU. Maybe not even AU. Oh yeah, AU plus. Okay, I'm okay with AU plus. 61. It's a nice 61, man. I'll put it in there because of that. It's a nice 61. Nice. That's a nice 75. I could see it. As soon as I pick it up, I could tell it's wicked. Forget it. You see the wear. You also have to look at the Lincoln, You have to look at the Lincoln. I mean, it's a nice looking coin. It just doesn't meet the criteria that I set for myself. This does. That meets the criteria. Does not. Does not. It's close. Close isn't making it. I didn't start this whole new tube for close. It's a 62. I'll take that. 60. I'll take that. Yeah, it's okay. It's still nice. I'm looking for like close to perfect looking coins. That's scratches on it. One of those are polishing marks. Hard to tell. That's really nice looking though. All right. No, no, no. Stop, stop. You see how I want to put them in there? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking for. Not that. That's close, man. But I didn't start this for close. I did not start it for close. So, we're getting towards the end here. One of my final thoughts will be on this. Damn, if it didn't have that little mark there. That's nice though, man. I'll put it there. That's really nice. My final thoughts will be on this. If you had to say what the process that I did here for 40 something minutes, what would it be? Condition. What's another word for condition? Grade. Right? The condition and the grade, I think, are synonymous, right? Is that I use the correct word? Synonymous? Same thing? Similar? All right, that's it for this one. This one's full. That's a BU. Let's get our last BU. And then I need to write A. I don't want to even start. I need to write AU plus here. Goodbye, BU. And all the other BUs that I have in my box have to be turned into AU plus. And I'll put the plus right underneath it to make it very obvious. AU plus. And these will be AU minus. So there's no misunderstanding. Okay. Like they're nice, I mean, AU, man, like low AUs, you're talking about close to extra fine looking pennies. Oh, sorry. And where's the top? We have to have a top line going. If we have a, oh, okay, here we go. Right. So we're talking about grading, right? Condition grading is the same thing. And for those of you who've never looked into numismatics, like the definition and like I've taken some of, not taken, but I've read some of the short courses online, and a large portion of numismatics is grading. They talk about condition a lot in numismatics, a lot. And you might say to yourself, why is that? Well, I'm going to tell you my understanding of that. Okay. Grading is so important for numismatics because the grade affects the value to such a high degree that if you don't understand the grade of a coin, this is at the end of the video, and a lot of people have checked out already and they're going to miss out on this. You have a Roman coin. right? 2,000-year-old coin, or Greek, whatever it was. 2,000. Rome was Jesus. Rome. 2,000 years ago, you have a Roman coin. One is in AU 56. The one next to it looks very similar, but it's extra fine, right? Extra fine, whatever that is, 42. But to the untrained eye, they look the same. And when someone goes to sell that extra fine plus, let's say, they're selling you as an AU condition, and you don't know. And you look up what AU condition of that coin sells for, and it's $10,000. It's $20,000. And and if you also look at the grading and the value, right? Because I have books with this, and you see the value of that coin at extra fine, it's $1,500. That is, and you could look this up yourself. I mean, I'm not going to make this video any longer, but that is some of the discrepancies you will see in condition of price on grade. And that is why there's such a heavy focus on condition with numismatics. Besides the point of, like, if you want to get a job doing it and stuff like that, it's all grading, right? All these grading companies knowing the grades, finding the attributions, you can always, I don't know. I'm just saying the grade is the most important thing with numismatics. Yes, there are a bunch of, there's language, there's a whole bunch of definitions you have to know, syntax and all that. Okay. They break the coin down into all kinds of crazy stuff, fields, all kinds of crazy stuff they do with coins. But the grade is is a focus. That's nice. Is a focus of numismatics, and it's for that reason. What good is knowing or think you know about coins if you can't tell the difference side by side between a coin that's worth 1,000 and one that's worth 10? I mean, really, everything. It's so funny how that's a beauty. How everything boils down to dollars and cents, right? What good is saying you're a numismatist if you cannot tell the difference between $1,000, the same coin, $1,000 and $10,000? If you can't do that, you're not worth anything, because you're not a source of information. You're not a source where people can go to for direction, because you don't know. And that's the most important thing, right? That when you're buying something, yeah, that's nice too. When you're buying something and the difference in condition and grade is so radical that you need to bring somebody in there, it's worth paying someone remember, we're talking about 1,000 and 10,000. How about if it's 10,000 and 250,000? The difference between an XF and an AU. How about that? You don't think it's worth giving somebody $1,000 to look at the coin before you drop $250,000 on it? Think about it. Think about it. Anyway, I know that's nice, man. That's nice. There's some people who are gonna sides a little. Let me look at that. It's a little darker, but man, does that look mint? Does that look mint? So again, I don't know if this is the type of content people really like out there. We're almost done. The MS is we're finishing. I don't want to start another tube yet because we're just about done there. And AU plus. AU plus. Yeah, I could go over there. All right. So I don't know if this is the type of content. I like to do things that are a little bit different here and there, because if not, I will get very bored. And I don't want to get bored. Here's our BUs. So all of these now are going to be out. I don't have any more space in the box. So I might as well take out the MSs too. So now I have a whole nother, I'm going to have to get a whole nother box now. And here go the zincs. I have more different types of tubes now. I'm going to have to figure this out. I don't really want to change the box because it's very small and it's convenient. And Now we got AUs. And anyway, this is what we got outside the box. I don't know what else to say. Um, here's the AU plus that I did. So here are the BU rolls we made. Here are the BU rolls we made today. And here are the new, the relatively, this is the I call them MS, but they're really B. I put a line on it. BU Zincs, BU Wheats, BU MS. We just about did a whole roll. And so there's 50 pennies in here. Yes. So if I sold these individually, it'd be between, $1 and $5, depending on whatever, So you're talking about $100, maybe $100 penny roll. It is what it is. Months. That's 2 years of, or a year and a half. I forgot when I started to do this type of grading of collecting pennies. That's how long it took to put one roll together. MS of super, super nice coins. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I will do my short videos from here. These will become my short video. I'll do 10 short videos on these. And this is episode 699. God bless. Special shout out to my members. Israel, our newest American Eagle Roofing. Thank you for coming back. Keanu Kobe, our only Vanity member. Terry, Sandra, and Eric from Kenai Collectibles. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Even though it's wasn't a typical penny roll hunt, it's almost an hour long. So I hope that balances off everything. All right. Thank you and God bless.